Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live installment. This is my post game reaction Colorado versus USC. And Colorado was able to come back with a tremendous effort to keep the score respectable. They fought all game, but there's a few key takeaways from this game that I would like to talk about. I'm gonna get on the coaches in a second. The Colorado coaching staff, you're gonna have to check yourselves after this game because you had a star in Omarion Miller, and I don't know why he hasn't been playing all season, hasn't been getting more touches. You don't just get this good overnight. He's been good. You guys got to see it. And but that's one of the bright spots going into the next game. You found another feature wide receiver, and the freshman, he came up big. And now on that onside kick that you guys should have went with Alejandro Mata. He played soccer in Brazil and he also played soccer in Mexico. He's a soccer player. He knows how to place that ball. Y'all should have went with him on that onside kick. But it's all about knowing your personnel that you have. I don't know if you guys quite know that he played soccer in Brazil. You should have had him on that onside kick. But that's neither here nor there. It was a hard fought game. You guys did implement the running game. I like that. Um, Shador did get on his bike a little bit. He took the initiative to run. And because USC, quite frankly, you could run against them. So you guys were able to get that running game going. And Kermani McLean, we saw that he finally got in the game. And you saw that he was on an island on his own and he was shutting his man down. So there should be all the questions were answered today about Kermani McLean. He was on the biggest stage against USC and he showed up. And you guys are going to have to feature him again in the next game. He has to be on the field because we don't have Travis Hunter right now. We were out with Shiloh Sanders. You got to have Kermani on the field. I like how he was lined up. He was really low in his stance, kind of like how Coach Prime used to play. So, and he did catch an interception, but they didn't rule it an interception. But that was an interception. And what was impressive about it was he came all the way across the field and caught it. That was very impressive. And so I like that he showed up. So that's a bright spot right there. We were missing Shiloh Sanders in that game. We could have used him. But coaches, I want to say something, man. You guys had Omarion Miller. This guy came and showed up, and you guys are just now using him. My question is, was he hurt? Why weren't you guys using him? He just didn't get good in this game. He's been good. So my question is, how come you guys didn't use him? You know, what's going on? And at the end of the game, you guys didn't have no more timeouts. Now you guys are running again. So it's not on the players here. The coaches, now you guys got to look at yourself in the mirror. You guys lost this game. It was the coaches. You guys lost the game. It was poor management. You guys had no more timeouts left, and now you're starting to run it. And when USC got the ball back, pretty much Caleb Williams just had to take a knee, and that was it. But this is on the players. For the players to come back and keep this score respectable, it was only on the players. It wasn't the coaches. We got issue on play calling. There's a lot of issues you guys have internally with the coaches. McClendon, you finally got a sack. And I see that they move you into that linebacker position for you to get it. So there's a lot of questions that were answered today. I'm glad that Shador got assertive and started getting on his bike and running. He picked up a few big running plays, and it was good. But man, Omarion Miller, he only had a few catches. I'm going to go to the stats right now. A freshman, he only had a few catches. And let me just go to the yards. Hold on, let me go to the stats. All right, let's go to the stats here. Okay, so Caleb Williams threw for 403 yards. He did have an interception. That was Silman Craig. He got the interception. He had 6 touchdowns. Marshawn Lloyd had a quiet game. He ran for 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Let me go to the Shador threw for 370 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Hankerson ran for 74 yards, 1 touchdown. The star of the game was Omarion Miller, 196 yards, 1 touchdown, only on 7 receptions. So he had 7 receptions for 196 yards. The second in was Jimmy Horn Jr. He had 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, respectively. He had 2 touchdowns. Michael Harrison had 1. They didn't have the they don't have the defensive stats yet. That's still pending. Because I want to see the tackles, but Hankerson did pretty good today, and I'm not sure why you guys featured McCaskill a little bit, just for a couple plays, but you didn't feature him in this game. So my question is, are you guys going to play him this year, or is he not ready? Because you need those big backs out there. You really do. But Savion Wilkerson only got 1 touch. McCaskill only got 1 touch, but he got 1 touch for 5 yards. So, yeah, I'm just not sure why why y'all saving him. But maybe he's just not ready. I don't know. But the stars of the show obviously was Omarion Miller and Cormani, because he shut the guy down on his end. Because I saw Caleb looking his way, he wouldn't throw his way. He didn't really get no action on his end. Great technique, great everything. But for them to come back and the ending score was 48-41. That was a respectable score there, leading into the next game. So this is going to build upon the next game. So Coach Prime has a lot to work with now with the stars that showed up today. He had a lot of people show up today. Silman Craig showed up, Marion Miller. So he has a lot of positives to work with. I just question the coaches. I question the position coaches now, because you have McCaskill on the sidelines and you're not using him. And when he did get in the game, he managed to get 5 yards just on 1 carry, and y'all took him right back out. I'm not sure why you guys are not playing Gant. Why are you guys not playing him? I mean, he's playing on special teams. He had a few great tackles. Is he not ready for defense? You guys, I think it's a poor mismanagement of your personnel, because you have what you need. You have what you needed today to beat USC. I mean, it took a blow up from Kamani just to get in the game, but obviously he's ready. Obviously he's ready. So that question has been answered. He's ready. But like I said, you guys have a lot of momentum here to build upon, because you guys, the ending score was 48-41. So leading into the next game, you guys should be really good. And like I said, a new star was born today. That man caught a one-handed pass, man. I saw it. And he tiptoed the sidelines and like he was Randy Moss, man. A freshman. So sometimes it takes big games for people to show up, but he really did show up. But I just don't understand why he didn't get in the game these last few games. Why did it take till now? Now, to the wide receiver coach, whoever you are, what did you not see in him? What did you not see? Because you had a star sitting on that field and you didn't use him. So what's going on? Was he hurt? Was he hurt? Was Omarion Miller hurt? Or are you playing favorites? Are you playing favorites because it's hurting you guys? Because you got personnel. I guarantee you there's another dog sitting on that sidelines that's not playing. That's McCaskill. You guys not playing him. He could have easily ran for 100 yards. Y'all gave him a chance. But I'm glad you guys got people on that sidelines. You guys got to play them. But I do like the fact that you guys did put people in the game, right? There was a lot of players that I saw featured there that got in the game. Um, I did. But you guys, I'm afraid to say that you guys got some game changers on that sidelines, and you're not using them. Gant is one of them, and you guys are not using them. You guys are. I mean, Gant can help Juju. Juju needs help. Gant can help him. You guys are not using him. You're not using McCaskill. You guys are not using Cavarcier Smoke. Why? That's my question. Whoever the running backs coach is, why? Why are you not using him? Why are you running Dylan up the middle so he can get hurt when you can be using Dylan in the flat? What's up with the play calling? You know, that's just questions that I have. I don't know anything. I'm not a coach, but everybody can clearly see that in some of these plays, you're misusing your talent. You got to optimize that 4.3 speed. How come you're not using Willie Gaines? He has 4.3 speed. You guys not using him, you know? And then you're gonna say, well, Coach Prime is saying he's about 8 dogs away. Coach Prime, you have them. You have them, they're on the team. It's just that your positional coaches are not using them. Willie Gaines did get in and he did catch a pass, but you got to give people an opportunity here. You got to give him you got to give him a chance. You should have threw one deep for him. He did it at Jackson State. That man has 4.3 speed and you're not using him. You're not using McCaskill. Is it because he missed a block or something? Because when he did get in the game, you know, Shador got sacked, but you got to give him opportunity to play. This game was beatable. It really was. But I was impressed with the comeback, though. I was impressed with it. And that's going to build upon the next game. And but it was mismanagement. It was poor clock mismanagement. You guys didn't have no more timeouts available. And now you're going to commit to the run. You should have did that in the beginning, which you guys did. But at this point, you need some passes to the sidelines. You got Omarion Miller out there. And then when you finally pass it to him, he did tiptoe it and did his Randy Moss. But you got to give him opportunity to do it. This is the play calling, man. I don't know. Like, I'm not privy what's going on with the team. Is it a miscommunication with the offensive coordinator and the quarterback? I don't know. But it looked bad, though. You know, it's got to be something. Is it a miscommunication? Is it something going on? I don't know. But the other team that y'all face, they're going to do the same exact thing to you guys. But in the beginning, you guys were doing great. You had the running game going on. Shador was getting those passes out early. He was getting those short passes, and you guys were moving the chain. So you guys are doing really well. And he looked really good. And then he took the initiative to run. Okay, because let's see how many yards Shador had here. Shador was the second leading rusher. He had 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Okay. And like I said, Hankerson was the leading with 74 and 1 touchdown. But it shouldn't be that way. McCaskill shouldn't be 5th on your list. He needs to be up. He had 1 touch for 5 yards. And Wilkerson had 1 touch for 1 yard. Put Dylan in the flat. Interchange Dylan, right? If you're going to keep Hankerson, that's fine. Use Hankerson and use McCaskill and Savion and put Dylan in the flat when you need him. And you got it. You guys are a few adjustments away from having a winning season. You're a few adjustments away. But I don't trust the coaches. I don't have any faith in the coaches to do it at this point. Because you're keeping McCaskill on the bench. I just don't have no faith. And I know he's ready because he took the initiative to take that yellow caution jersey off. He's trying to tell you guys he's ready. You just got to give him a time to knock off the rust. and keep him in the game. Give him a time because listen, I saw what he did at Houston. I saw what Cavassier Smoke did in Kentucky. You're not putting him in the game. What's up with this running backs coach, man? Like, what's up with y'all? It's the coach's fault, man. And I'm gonna say it. By the grace of God, they came back and and made this respectable. This is the players here. The players got to pat themselves on the back, not the coaches. The coaches is out. Might as well keep the coaches in the locker room and let Shador and them call their plays. If that's what y'all gonna do. Yeah, this is horrible coaching, man. Horrible. Horrible. It's not the players. So if you guys gonna sit there and jaw jack at the players, you guys need to have a meeting on with yourselves. This was horrible. Horrible time mismanagement, horrible everything. Don't y'all know that Mata used to play soccer in Brazil? Didn't y'all know that? Why didn't y'all have him on the onside kick? Horrible, man. Horrible. Horrible. Mm. But I'm not going to continue with the coaches, because I never coach. So I'm just only going on what I see. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm going with these coaches right now. Like, you guys, I don't know what you guys doing. I do not know. I mean, I do not know. But your running game looked good. The running game looked good. You guys should be able to handle your next game with no problem. For the next game that they play, that's going to be a victory, hands down. I see them winning out now. Like, this was a very difficult game for them, but I see them winning a lot of games here. As long as the coaching gets up to speed here and put the stars on the field, you got to put you. I'm telling y'all, where is what is? I'm Smoke must be injured. That's the only thing I could say. I give the coaches the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Maybe he's injured or something, but he's on special teams, so it means he's not injured. Um, I don't know why you guys not putting Gant in that defense because he seems to be ready now. He had 2 big key tackles today in the special teams. It seems like he's ready. He's fast. You guys need him. You know, I don't want this to be a team where players go there and they go into a dark hole. That's what it seemed like now. Especially if you're a running back, I wouldn't recommend you to come here because you're going into a void because they don't know how to use you. I'm sorry Smoke went here. I'm sorry McCaskill, he should have stayed in Houston. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you came here because they're not going to use you, man. And it's unfortunate that they're not using you. It's very unfortunate. They got some stars on that bench and they're not using them. So I'm beginning to think football is fixed because I don't know what y'all doing. Like, how do you have someone? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I read an article on Smoke saying that he's an NFL running back, but he just went into a void. This is where he went to end his career. He went here, you know. So it's a very unfortunate, man. Coach Prime, the next game, I would take the initiative to run this team. I would have them run the plays through you, and you approve these plays that Shador is doing. You approve the plays, and you're giving you're putting the game in the hands of your offensive coordinator, and I know you see the game in real time. I know you see what's going on. I would say run those plays by you, and you call those plays because I just when y'all face real talent, I don't see y'all beating them. Not like this. Not if y'all can't have your real stars out there. Shador needs help. You got to give the wide receivers time. You got to have a running game, but which you got to have y'all don't have your best runners out there. I'm just telling y'all that. Y'all not playing your best runners. You're not. You're not using Dylan Edwards effectively. You're not using them. No knock on Hankerson. He did really well. I'm not knocking. He's out there at least. Yeah, man. This is but the positives are they showed heart and they came back. And the score was respectable because they were getting ready to get blown. They were getting ready to just it was gonna get ugly, but they came back and fought. Um, like I said, I like what Shador did. He took the initiative to go ahead and run it. He put his health on the line and went and ran it. So he had to do what he had to do. Um, so yeah, I like that. And the offensive line did enough, but Shador had to run it every now and then. But yeah, man, I just don't think it's the players though. I really don't. I think they're a lot better than we think they are. They're a lot better. This team is really good. I don't think the coaches believed in them. When Coach Prime was talking about we got some people in here that don't believe, he got to be talking about these coaches. He's not just talking about the players. He's talking about these coaches. They didn't believe, man. There's no way in God's green earth you waited this long to put Carmani in. And he shut his man down. He shut a USC receiver down. Shut him down. So on the coaches. It's gonna take y'all a few years to get better until I think y'all some of the coaches, y'all might be. I think sometime with coaches, I know you're old school, but you can't be stuck in your ways. You cannot. You got to go with the times. You can still be old school, but you can't be stuck in your ways either. You know what I mean? You can't just go with favorites. I know you guys been featuring Travis and Shador, but you guys got to look at the other ones too. And you know how I know you didn't? Because we haven't heard Omarion Miller. I got a video telling you that he was a good receiver. I'll find it. It was before the season started. I named him. I said he's a great receiver. I was watching him in press. I said this guy is ready. Y'all didn't play him. So somebody need to apologize to the team. You know what I'm saying? Because them coaches didn't believe, man. Y'all didn't believe. Them coaches didn't believe. Y'all didn't. Y'all sitting there, you keeping a Randy Moss on the bench? This man was out there playing like Randy Moss, and you keeping him on the bench, you know? And you got an NFL back that you just haven't playing special teams, man. It's some bad coaching going on. That's what I wanted to say. But shout out to Shador and them. You guys came back. The coaches didn't do it. Y'all did it. It wasn't on the coaches. They were just sitting there, I don't know what they were doing. It's on y'all. Y'all came back and kept this respectable, you know? So, that's just what it is. You guys did this. So you guys can pat yourselves on the back because going into the next game, you guys got the momentum. You guys going to win the next game with no problem. The next game, they're going to win with no problem. I'm just telling y'all that. But the hurdle that the players got to get through is the coaches. Ain't that something? They got a major hurdle, and the hurdle is the coaches. They need to get out the way. Ain't that something? And that's sad for me saying it. So Colorado, they face Arizona State. Okay, that's going to be a close game too, because we see what Arizona State did to USC, right? We saw that. So Arizona State has a running game. So we know that this game is going to be close, but this is a game that I think that the Buffaloes can pull out on October 7th. They'll be able to pull this game out. It's on a Saturday. It's at a 6:30 p.m. game. They're going to be able to pull this game out at Arizona State, but it's going to be close. But the coaches are in their way, though. That's the sad part. The Shador and them, they got to battle the coaches. They got to battle the coaches. See, they not only do they got to battle their opponent, they have to battle the coaches. The coaches are in the way. So that's what they got to battle. Kermani has to battle the coaches. He knew he's great. They just holding him back. It's sad, man. They they are battling the coaches. That's what they're battling. So they should pull that game out against Arizona State. It's going to be another hard fought game. Arizona State going to bring their running game. We know that Arizona State has they're a pretty good team. They stuck in there with USC, but USC was able to pull away. But USC, they gave USC a run for their money. And then after that game, Colorado faced Stanford. They're going to pull that game off, and they're going to pull that game off against UCLA if the coaches stay out of the way. Okay. So, and then down the stretch. So they got a winnable season this time. But they got a winnable, they can win out with the games I'm looking at. So they're gonna have the last two games of the year is gonna be a battle. They're facing Washington State and Utah. That's gonna be a battle at the tail end. But what I'm telling you is these games here are very winnable games here. So they got a lesson from Oregon and USC. That was their biggest lessons. So they gonna build upon that. It's just like chess. For anybody that played chess, the more you lose, the more you get better. If you play somebody that keep beating you and beating you over time, if you beat somebody that's less than that, you're gonna run the table on them. So they can only get better from here. And it's just that the coach is gonna have to check themselves. They're really gonna have to. It's no reason why Alton McCaskill is not playing. That's the coach's fault. Cavassier Smoke, you got two NFL caliber running backs on the bench with their uniform clean. That's the coach's fault. Ultimately, it's the head coach fault. Ultimately. Like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all not playing? The only thing is, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're banged up, man. Maybe they are. Hey, what's up, KFC? You said if you add Shiloh Sanders and Travis Hunter to the USC game, either comes down to the wire results and the CU win, the Buffs are tracking. Yeah, we definitely could have used Travis Hunter out there. I guess that's what the coach is relying on. Oh, damn, Travis make the coaches look good, man. That's what you're saying. They make the coaches look good. They make the coaches look good. So if we ain't got Travis or Shiloh and the others, that's it for us. But that is saying a lot because we did have Travis out there and Shiloh. We could have won this game. That is true. Thank KFC. That is true. But you just can't win football just on one player. Like, all right, as long as we got Shador and Travis out there, we good. Well, what about your NFL running back sitting on the bench? What about them? What about them? It's crazy. But this is a really good team on pay. This is a really good team. Considering all the injuries, they didn't have Miles Slusher, even though Silman Craig came up big. So Silman Craig, he came up big into interception. He played hard. He's a hard player. He plays hard every play. But we have a lot of injuries, and we still are in the ball game against USC. Still in the ball game, showing heart. So yeah, man, that's a good positive to take away from this is that they have they got the dogs and they still in the ball game. But it's crazy though. All right, so I provided the link. I'm not going to have too many people on at once though, but if you want to come on, you're welcome to. But yeah, man, telling you that we're going to win the next game. It's not a problem. That game's not going to be a problem. It's going to be hard fought. We're going to pull it out. Definitely going to pull it out. Now that they see what the freshman wide receiver can do, they going to feature him. They definitely going to make room for him. And a star was born today. And Kermani will see that field. He's going to play. He's going to play. So definitely, definitely need him. We need a shutdown cornerback out there, and we got one. I like how Cooper played too. I really like how Cooper played. Um, but we definitely was missing Shiloh out there. Definitely. We had Roderick Ward in his place, but we was definitely missing his leadership out there. We definitely missing the dog. We was missing him today. So he'll be back. He'll be back at some point. And yeah, man. You said shocked about McCaskill next week. He not playing. They not playing him, man. You said he played Cromani. Guess he don't want to lose him. No, he's a really good player. Like you got to play him. Now they got to play him. What's up, Kev C?
Hey, how you doing? I was just calling you to see if are you a student out there at the school, or are you a commentator or a journalist? I'm just
I'm
kind of
all,
curious.
no, I just vlog when the games.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I looked at your commentary the past
Yeah,
few weeks, and it's been pretty good. And I like that you let people up and talk for a little bit. I don't have too much to say, but yeah, like I said, I mean, you add those two guys, put Shiloh out there, you add Travis Hunter. That game either comes down to the wire, and it's a back and forth until whoever gets the ball last, or it's an actual CU win, and they give USC some trouble. There
right,
was some questions about how the clock was managed towards the end of the game, though. I'm not really understanding that. I don't know why they ran the ball more than they really should have been either throwing and trying to get to the sidelines, because they use up all their timeouts. So there's some question about the clock management, but I think at that point looked like Coach Prime kind of knew that the game was, well. I mean, they still had a chance, but I don't know if it seemed like he didn't really want to push it for some reason, which is kind of uncharacteristic. But what do you think about that part?
yeah. It was poor clock management because they didn't have any more timeouts available, so they had to be looking for the sidelines. They had to
Yeah.
be looking for the wide receiver to pick up some yards and tightrope and get out and stop the clock. Now they did throw to the freshman, and he was
Mhm.
able to tightrope it and get on the sidelines to stop the clock, but it was too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they burned about 2 minutes just off that clock management and running the ball, and it just seems kind of unusual when you got a two touchdown game, you got to score, and then you just kind of running the ball when, yeah, I mean, the other team gets the ball back, but then you got to count on your defense to get to steal the ball from them or just to hold them, 3 and out, and then they either gotta give you the ball back, or you get a turnover. Like, you know, I would have liked to seen that, but I mean, who knows why they really did that? But that's going to be kind of called into question. But the good thing is that it wasn't a blowout. They
Right.
fought back. I'm not really sure why it wasn't that close from the beginning, though. I mean, what do you think they were doing a whole lot of. Um, I mean, people kind of was having this idea, and it looked like they were like USC was going to run away with the game, and then they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute, these guys can actually play. What happened?" They got a little cocky there. You kind of saw how they were acting on the sideline a little bit, just kind
Right.
of slapping five and kind of joking a little bit. They're like, "Oh, wait a minute, these guys aren't really done playing." So
Right.
yeah, that's good on Colorado, but they gotta come out with that and keep the energy up and the persistency on those dudes. But
They
what do you think
went
about that part?
in. That's why they couldn't do it in the beginning, because them players went in the
Yeah,
beginning.
Cooper wasn't in.
Okay. Well, so the deal with Cooper, right? What is it? What is the guy's name?
Cormani
Omari.
went in,
Yeah,
and
Komani.
Cooper and Miller
Yeah.
went in, or Marion Miller. Both of
Well,
them niggas went in, man.
so Prime, he kind of punishes the players a little bit when they don't do what they're supposed to do, as far as watching tape, showing up late. Like he called them out publicly, which is kind of unusual. And the reason he probably wouldn't have said anything, but you saw how that reporter asked him about Cooper or Kamani. He said, "Hey, I'm not gonna. You got a five, because Kamani's a 5-star, right?
Well, that's yeah, coming out of
Yeah,
high
so he's
school.
a 5-star. Why aren't you playing your 5-star? Well, because he's not preparing properly. I mean, somebody asked him, and he just gave him an honest answer. I saw that interview, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to call a player out unless somebody asks you. And that's uncharacteristic of a coach to just kind of single out a player, because they're wondering, right? Hey, you got this 5-star recruit, but you're not playing him. Why? Well, because of this, and this. And so Kamani probably felt the pressure a bit. And So one other thing too, though. So he's got to tighten up. They got to tighten up the big thing. They got to tighten up that O line. They got to get some outside rushers, and they got to maybe put pressure on other defenses, or correction, on other offenses, and then they got to be able to hold the line to protect the quarterback. Like look at what Shedeur is doing, and he's getting pressured. What 20 times a game plus 20 plus times a game?
Right.
That's ridiculous. Look at what he's doing, and he's getting all of that pressure. That shouldn't be happening, right?
Yeah. I mean, he did good in the beginning by getting the ball out of his hands early. He was working it. They had the running game going. He did what he did against TCU. He was getting that ball out of his hands pretty fast. And they were working those short routes, and they were working it that way. So he was doing that in the beginning. So it was working in the beginning. Obviously they came back. So there's a lot of positives to work on for the next game. They should be okay in the Arizona State game. They shouldn't have no problems with that. It's going to be close, but they'll pull it away in the fourth quarter.
Everybody else is they're relatively evenly matched on I guess throughout the conference, except for except for teams like USC and Oregon, and probably Washington's doing pretty well. And who's the other one that's doing very well that they got to play later on in the year? I think you mentioned them.
Utah is the last game of the season.
So just better teams, just outright better teams, and then you just got to figure it out on the ground. But I mean, at least today wasn't a blowout, and that's something they can actually build on, right?
Yeah. Let me get TB. Let me let you talk, and then we got Edgardo waiting as well. What's up, guys? Y'all there?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My question is, why did they defer the coin toss?
They always do that.
They always do that.
Well, we're playing with a high-level quarterback like that's going to shoot it to his receivers. He banged us out with 2 touchdowns quick.
I know.
But that was actually good that he deferred it, because if we didn't defer it, we would have lost his game. We got the ball back and scored.
He likes to get the ball in the second half. He likes knowing that he can.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Off of that.
I didn't mind the deferment.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, because he know we have a slow start in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, sometimes sometimes you have questions and they're in my head. I'm not perfect.
I don't want to know why he keep putting Feely in these big situations, and he keep nutting up and doing dumb shit.
I get what you're saying. I didn't mind us getting the ball at halftime, getting the ball back. I didn't mind that. I guess that's just a matter of preference. So
yeah.
Now, fuck that. Feely suck, man. Fuck him.
Well,
he missed that. You talking about he missed that 40+ yarder?
And he kicked the ball right to the fucking player on the onside kick, man. What the fuck?
I would have preferred Mata.
That's not how onside kick supposed to work, bro.
I would have preferred Mata in that position because he played soccer. So he knows.
Yeah, not only that, the last game they hyped him up. They sat him in front of the news conference. Great game. I mean, when we needed him, he came in a clutch. Freeze messed up the last game. Why are you going to go with Freeze again? Go with Mata when he's been undefeated and hasn't missed.
Because he cool with his father, man.
Man, yeah, that's the problem, man.
I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. He cool with his dad, man.
Right. Okay. So Kamani's right. There's a lot of politics behind the BS.
Kamani was right. He was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I believe? You know what I believe as well? Let's put him in a game and watch him mess up. And he didn't mess up. He didn't mess up. I mean, Kamani, let's put him in the game because they didn't put him in the game early. They put him in the game I think they put him in, was it the end of the first or the second? Whatever they did. They could have put him in. So let's throw him in the lines and see how he react. But he reacted well.
Yeah, shit. He played like he was at home.
Yeah, man. He reacted well.
Listen, for a freshman.
The one thing about this is perspective. Look, they're 3-2. There are other teams, other schools that have had years to build their programs that are 3-2 right now. Clemson is sitting. I want to say they're sitting at 3-2. Now Clemson is starting to kind of be on the decline. They're not the powerhouse they used to be, but that Dabo Swinney's got 2 championships. He's been there about 6-7 years now, and basically he's on par with with Coach Prime right now.
Right.
Like literally.
That goes to show how good this team is.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
We
I agree.
better than
You know what it is? The coaches are in their way. It's the
Well, how do you
coach's
mean?
fault.
What do you mean?
It's the coach's fault. The reason why I'm saying that is because you have 2 NFL caliber running backs and they're not even getting their jerseys dirty. It's the coach's fault. It's a coach. It's a coaching. It's a whoever the running back coach is. It's his fault. Like, coach,
Well,
we
I
need
mean,
to put you.
they're not really getting anything going on the ground. I mean, like every game they play, they keep getting.
They're not giving.
They'll bust a run.
They ain't putting the right people in.
Yeah, they're not giving them the opportunity. Like McCaskill only had 1 carry today, but guess what? He picked up 5 yards.
Well, they did say it was averaging 5 yards every time they, overall. So, I mean, that 5 yards is a first down every time, right? On the ground.
No, it's almost a first down.
No, yeah, I mean, almost a first down every time, but you run it twice, you just gotta. I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, there'll be times when you're gonna be 3 and out, but if you're averaging 5 yards every time, somebody touches the ball, you really should be able to move that ball down the field and just kind of throw every now and then and be able to score. So I'm not really sure why that running game's not working the way it should. It's when you say
based on how Feely kicked that ball, it don't matter whether we ran the ball or threw the ball. They still was gonna get the damn ball back because he can't kick the damn onside kick right, man.
Yeah, sir, Ken, you're right about that. It was a exciting game. It was definitely it was.
Actually, when they had the interception, I thought that was So they had the first till it turned out that he was out of bounds or something like that. But that would have been another that would have changed. That would have been another momentum shift right there. So that you would have had Caleb Williams, Heisman candidate for this year, Heisman last year. He almost had 2 interceptions in the same game. He hadn't thrown an interception all year.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So they were getting at him. I mean, at least they weren't
Lewis
scared of him.
fucking retarded, man.
They were getting at Caleb. He was a few. They caught. You remember when Amarion Cooper caught that sack on the blitz? He hit him dead on the numbers. That was a big sack. He took a whack at Caleb Williams. That was really big. So they were getting pressure to him.
That's why I said he overrated.
Well, we'll see what happens when they play Oregon because
they're gonna get smoked by Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon obviously has they've been blown. Oregon, they've been scoring like 50, 60 points on everybody. So I don't really feel bad about the blowout from last week because they've been trouncing everybody. So it's not.
That was a learning experience. I'm definitely waiting for that game too. Yeah. To see how they respond against Oregon and like I said,
they ass slaughtered. Watch
this upcoming game.
I like how the Oregon coach was being real petty though. He's all over social media talking about, well, they're over here trying to get clicks while he's on social media trying to get clicks.
Yeah, the same thing.
Like you can't troll somebody using their actual same strategy. You got to come up with a different strategy.
We got them next year.
Well, I mean, they're going to be good, but I think next year they'll be able to, even if they don't beat them, they'll be able to challenge them. It won't be. They're not going to show up and blow out because I mean they're looking at.
No, we're gonna beat them next year. We got the dogs coming in this offseason. Just watch.
Do we play them next year? I don't think so.
Watch we play them next year. Prime want that game.
He won it, huh?
Because remember they're going to another conference.
Another conference. We'll see when the schedule come out.
But look, Oregon and Colorado are going to a different conference.
And USC.
The only two teams that's gonna be left is Oregon State and I think Arizona State or some shit like that.
Yeah,
or Washington State or some shit.
So why do you think? Why do you think all these coaches are coming at Coach Prime? For me, it looks like a lot of jealousy.
He a dog.
Because of who he is. I mean, he's been a star. I mean, look, he played in the World Series and Super Bowl.
He's got 2 rings. He's got a Hall of Famer. Played in a World Series. Almost won a World Series, by the way. And he would have
been. He's a prodigy.
Yeah, had he won the World Series, he would have been the MVP, by the way.
You know, the thing is, it's just that it's who he is. It's like they have all the attention. Like this is going to be the most. Wait till the numbers come out on this game. There's going to be a lot of people that watch this game.
He might have put their mama back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody can go away saying, "Oh, well, Colorado can't play." They hung with USC, and USC. So now
Right.
USC is showing the weaknesses. They got
Bro, we
Caleb
should have
Williams. They
beat
got
them,
they got
bro.
they got
USC
Brendan
really
Rice.
lost this game, bro. They're gonna go down in the rankings.
I mean, they're gonna hold their rankings, but I'm saying,
No, they're
you
gonna
had
go.
a
They're
couple
gonna
of.
go down. We unranked and we, you know what I'm saying? Almost. That's not good. That look bad. They're gonna go down.
I think. Well, we'll see. We'll see. They generally hold their ranking, but they're
Hopefully
probably not
we
going to
get
go up.
ranked. Hopefully we get ranked for this shit.
Nah,
Yeah,
we're
because
not
at this
gonna
point,
get ranked.
Colorado's unranked. So
Yeah,
we'll see
we're
what's
not going
going
to get ranked for this, but
on.
if we went out, we will be ranked again because, like I
We
said,
might.
going into the tail end of the
Oh, Cole
season,
Prime talking right now.
going into the tail end of the season, we're gonna have we're gonna have Travis back. Shiloh's gonna be back. We're gonna have a few other people back. We had the freshman. We got a star today. They should be able to win out. I honestly think they're gonna win it out. They can have a potential to win this out, so they'll be ranked again.
You
That's
mean
not
like
a
run the
problem.
table, or at least have
Yeah.
a good chance of running the table?
Yeah, they have a
Um,
great chance, a high probability of running the table now because they got two huge lessons back to back. The
Yeah.
Oregon was a lesson, USC was a lesson. USC showed that they got heart. They got
Yeah.
heart. And look for them too. It's going to be some close games though, because remember, we still got to face some great quarterbacks still. Cam Rising should be back at that last game. He'll be back. And we got the one from Washington. He's a great quarterback as well. So it's going to be some close games, but we showed heart today. And we got some stars in the Rising as well, along with the other wide receivers that we have. So we're a really good team. So
Yeah.
yep.
And he's got to already be. He's gonna be looking to fill the gaps for wherever they got major weaknesses coming up in the
Yeah.
next season. But again, even in the first year, remember people. I don't know why people have this idea that he's supposed to come out and be in contention for the national championship or something. It's just
I wouldn't say national championship,
you know
but
what? I actually explained this to somebody. So one of the reasons that a lot of these coaches are upset with him is that remember, so Prime tried to go to other schools, and then he goes to Jackson State, does well at Jackson State, and then he essentially skips the line and goes straight to a Power 5 program, and he's actually competitive. You got
yeah,
dudes who've been doing this for 20 plus years, and they just not getting a head coaching job.
right.
So
Well,
yeah, I mean, they had to do they had to be an offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach, running back coach. They had to be a defensive coordinator. They had to be an assistant coach. They had to hit all the positions, and he comes out straight out the gate, bam, head coach, HBCU, bam, head coach of Colorado, and he's actually competitive.
Yep.
I'd be mad too, and because
Yeah.
I'm wondering why. Because I was trying to figure out why these dudes so petty. Why they act like they're mad at him. And I'm like, that's got to be it. You got a Hall of Famer, World Series, participant. A couple of Super Bowl rings. He's won everywhere he's been. He was really good in college. Like he's basically been a golden boy his whole life, and they're like, damn it, why can't that be me? Well, because
Yeah,
you ain't him.
he's been the golden guy since he was 17, 18 years old. Remember, he got drafted to the Yankees. Right
Yeah,
when he was
absolutely.
and he paid for
Yeah,
his own education at Florida State. He wasn't on scholarship. He paid for it out of the Yankees contract. So he's
absolutely. Yeah, I
always
remember
been
that.
that guy. He's been that
Yeah,
guy since he was a kid.
yeah,
So it's just what comes along with it. I mean, he has all the attention. There's going to be animosity because nobody's checking for their program. Wherever he goes, it sells out because everybody want to get a chance to take a look at him. This is a
yeah,
historic moment as well. It is. So that's why. And he already knows that. I don't think that bothers him because he said they're playing him. They're not playing. Lincoln Riley was playing that team. He wasn't playing Coach Prime.
yeah.
He
Yeah, I was
that's the
just
one
trying to
coach,
figure. Yeah, he's about the only coach that's shown some level of
right?
respect and like, look, I'm here to play the game and just matter of fact, and I imagine he started to get worried. He's like, wait a minute, these guys might actually beat me here.
Yeah,
I gotta play
yeah. He
this.
was sweating at the end. Yeah, he
Yeah, he's
was.
like, I gotta really play this game. I'm not,
Right.
even though they had a really big lead, they actually had to really play. So, but yeah, uh, we'll see how it plays out. But these coaches, man, I'm just they're just upset that he can do all of the stuff that he's doing, kind of juggle all the extra stuff that comes at him, and still actually be competitive and actually go out there and beat a lot of these teams.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
they
be
have a
upset too.
lot. They have a lot to look forward to because they can say, "Look, guys, we were injured, and look what we did. We didn't have
Yeah,
Shiloh on the field. We didn't have Travis on the field. We didn't have our running backs. They just sitting there with the uniform clean. But look what we did still. And look at what Cormani did. He came in there and he locked down his player.
Yeah.
Because Caleb didn't even throw his way. He threw once, but you see when Cormani put them long arms in there and broke up that pass, he got long arms. He broke up the pass. So he's like, okay, I got to watch this kid because he every bit of 6'3". I think he grew since he been there. He's every bit of 6'3". He was towering over that. I like how he lined up. He kind of looked like Prime a little bit because I remember in practice, Prime was telling him you got to get low because that'll save you a step. He was low the whole game. It was beautiful to see, man. I'm glad that he gave the kid a shot because it's going to do a lot for his confidence because he played on the biggest stage. He played against USC and he proved that he belongs. So that's going to do a lot. Travis is going to come back. So what they'll probably do is when Travis need a break, they'll put Carmani in. So
Yeah, that's good.
that is
Yeah.
great. So Travis can have a break every now and then. He know that he got a dog to back him up. So
Yeah,
that's a really
absolutely.
good look. Yes, it's
Yeah.
a really good look. I want to keep the guy from Florida State out there. He has to stay out there. But Kermani will come in every now and then. You know, Travis, you know, he come back. He gonna be out there. But yeah, they got a lot to look forward to. I just hope that the coaches see that, guys, you got NFL caliber running backs on that sidelines. I don't know why you're not playing them. But maybe they
Their
know
running game
more.
hadn't
Maybe
been
they
a
injured
whole.
or something. Huh?
Their running game hadn't been effective like all season though. Like
They
they've
did
been more.
they did initiate the running game today, though. They do have a running game. They had it today. Like I said, even Shador turned into a running back. He got on his
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Just think about it. They put this team together, right? They put
Mhm.
this team together and they're still in it. They're still
Yeah.
they're the favorites to win out, even
Yeah.
still.
Let me look up the schedule real quick. See what they got.
Let me see here. Coach Prime is still talking. Is he still talking? Yeah, he is. Hold on. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see. Let me go to Coach Prime real quick.
What they should be doing and accomplishing. So, but those two young men today, what they did, they stepped out and kind of separated themselves from their yesterday. Their yesterday was terrible. But today they came out and established themselves. We just want them to build on it because now we will establish this expectation of the expectation that we already had for them. I'm proud of them. And with their success as well, you see young guys. I just saw a couple of recruits in. They can't wait to get here in the spring and get going. I mean, so that entices them to make sure they get their schoolwork so they could graduate early so they could get here and get going. So that's the win as well.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Brian Howell from the Daily Camera.
Mhm.
Obviously, when you took it last week's game and then the first half of this week, it
Mhm.
looked like things were starting to fall off the rails a little bit. The way you guys finished, I know it's a loss.
Mhm.
Is that important for you guys and this team to finish the way you did?
Well, it's
take that
always
into the
important to
future?
finish strong. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm ready to go. Not home, but ready to go with it. It's always important to finish strong in whatever you endeavor to do. Why would you start if you don't want to finish right? And I've always prided myself on finishing strong, not only as a player but as a coach as well. In building our team in that aspect, we're well conditioned, we're in shape. It's not like we tire down the stretch because usually when people tire, they start losing the thought process of and they start blowing coverages, missing assignments, offsides. And I think we did a good job in penalties. That's one thing we harp on: penalties, time possession. We want time possession today, but give me that stat on penalties. Where were we penalized? Yeah, 7 for 60. What were they? That can't be true. You only have 5 penalties. Boy, they had a couple double penalties one time. We should have took both of them. That would have helped them. Yeah, that pass interference on the sideline was really. Fisher's like, is anything can I help you with? I said, yeah, that pass interference on the sideline. You can help me with that. That was a big call. That was a big call, but they did a great job.
Coach,
Yes.
Your Foss 24/7 Sports.
Yes, sir.
A lot of Hankerson today. Why was he standing out?
He ran the ball hard. He ran good. He's been consistent every game. We try to let everyone touch it to see, how are they going. I think we had maybe 4 or 5 tailbacks that had the opportunity to touch the ball today. That's a good thing because all of them want to play because all of them deserve to play because they're really, really good. But Hangerson stood out. He hit it. And, he had a couple one-on-ones in the secondary. I wish he would have shook him and got out of there. But you want to just push pause right there and just throw Dylan in there and see if Dylan can wiggle out of it. But Hank is resilient, man. He's been doing a good job. All these guys came, try to come in and force him out, and he wouldn't relinquish his position. So I'm proud of him as well as a man. Yes, sir.
Coach, you talked about how everyone believed that if Shadur got the ball there late
Yes.
and the offense got the ball late, you guys were going to go down and score. I don't know if everyone would have believed that would have been the case in the second quarter. So what does a finish like you guys had do for this team's belief moving forward?
It's tremendous belief-wise, but we got to believe no matter what. It can't be just because it's a quarter or the second half. We do believe in two. Like, we do. I don't give a darn what down it is or what quarter it is or what time of day it is. We do truly believe in what he's capable of doing with this offense. We just got to make sure we keep him in the right situations and protect him because shoot, he's a baller. He's a now player. He's a today player that young men want to play with. Receivers are calling from all around the country, want to play with him as well. So they're encouraging him not to look down the street too far, like we all are encouraging him because we understand what's coming. If you can't see what's coming with CU football, you've lost your mind. You just a flat out hater if you can't see what's going on and what's going to transpire over the next several months. Something's wrong with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we challenged them tremendously at halftime to, everybody say they want the light until they get in the light. Now, when you get in the light, the thing about the light, it echoes your blemishes. So we challenged them to come out here and like, I ain't got time to be trying to fire you up and give you the most dynamic speech that I could craft, intellectually, and use some true words that I have to look up in my vocabulary and the source, how to say that word, Pastor? The source, yes. I ain't got time for that today. I just wanted to come out there. I want them to lift me up, motivate me, encourage me. Not that I needed it, but I wanted to flip the script on them because I knew what they had in them. All they had to do is believe. And regardless of the color of the uniforms on the opposing team, they just have to believe. And that's something that they're doing week in and week out. It's growing. Mhm. Yeah, I guess you guys are raising dogs. Yeah, if you raising dogs, I ain't hard to find. Raising cats, I am. Yeah.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Nikki
Excellent.
Edwards, CU Sports Report. What did you think of Cormani McLean's performance today?
From the naked eye, I think he played well. I would have to watch the film to make sure, it is what it is. So it's hard. It's hard to say now.
It is what it
Watch the
is.
film and you don't know.
He played
I
well.
really reserve that to watching the film, but I'm proud of him for just even stepping up to the challenge to get his butt in there and make a difference. I'm proud of him. I really am.
Do you think he's been applying what you've been saying to him?
You'd be a fool not to, because you're not gonna play if you don't. You're gonna sit right over there, probably where you sitting at.
And he's
and
just gonna
watch.
go to another
But
team.
I'm proud of the kid. I'm
No,
not.
he
gonna
played
play,
well today.
so somebody's gonna have to. Yes, sir.
Hi, Coach.
Okay.
Hi, Coach Prime.
How you doing?
Valerie Wardlaw from the Los Angeles Sentinel. Outside of the state of Colorado, you have thousands of people who have embraced your mission here, the team here. Is the team aware of that? And what are your thoughts about
Well,
all of the love you're receiving outside of the
I don't know
state?
if it's all love. I don't think it's all love. You haven't checked the responses for the coaches that we participate against, but we're excited, truly, with the attention that's warranted to this wonderful, beautiful university. I'm excited and elated to be the coach here. I'm excited to really talk about the wonderful attributes that we possess. The young men, they don't see it because they're in it. Oftentimes we could step a foot out of it and we see it from another viewpoint and an advantage point. but they don't see it, and they're so young. I didn't see it either when I was in college or early in my pro career. But I am happy and thankful that we are a voice of hope, of just desire and want. I think that's the thing that's touching souls around the country, that that down and out person, that person that no one believes in, that person that no one desires, that person that stepped over and stepped by and stepped through and stepped past, that we represent that person, because no one wants to see what we're doing. They don't want to see us accomplish what we're doing. And I said, and I will reiterate this: you got to be crazy if you can't see the direction that we're headed. And I'm so happy and thankful to be the head coach of this wonderful university. Thank you.
Coach, hi. Dennis Dodd from CBS Sports.
Yes, sir.
We all know how good Caleb Williams is. If he doesn't play that way at that level today, do they win?
I don't know. He the kid always plays that way. No, I haven't seen him play badly. I mean, I think he had some throws that I'm sure he would have wanted back, but that kid is a flat out baller, man. He is a difference maker. He makes them better. His thought process, even just directing traffic and putting them in the right play calls in the right situation. He does a wonderful job of checking off and just changing things and getting the ball out of his hands. It was a pleasure for me to to play against them and their head coach. I mean, that was fun. That was fun for me. That really was. Probably didn't look like it from probably the shots they probably showed. I don't know what they showed, but that was fun. That was fun. We good? Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, the throw. I thought you said death row. I was like, what is it? No, I'm his dad. Like I have an expectation for him, and I've been seeing this, and he's been built and reared for this his whole life. I mean, you didn't believe. I believe. Everybody from the previous locations that we played. I mean, the kid has always won. He's always been dominant. He's always been smart and intelligent and concise. He's always been a competitor. He's always lifted the level of competition, and he's always given us a chance to succeed in every level. So I could go on and on, but I don't want to sound like the dad. But I'm just really speaking to you as the coach. I tried my best not to speak to you as the father, but the kid can flat out play. I know a lot of people doubted him and said I just thrusted him into the starting position, what they call it, nepotism or whatever. All of you should just look in the mirror and slap whatever you see. I'm in on that. You got there late, huh?
Well, he's clearly the best quarterback on the team. So, yeah, I'm going with Shador any day. I am going with him. I am not going nobody else at this point. We can't win without Shador. We just can't do it. So, he is a star. So, we just got to protect him. That's all. But he did, like I said, he did a good job running today. I like it. But, yeah, man. So we heard from Coach Prime. He said he got to go look at the film on Cormani. Yeah, it was like he was struggling to give him praise, man. But I'm give him praise. He did a really good job. Cormani, you did a really good job, brother. Yes, you did. But, you're young, so he got to, I get it. But you did really well, considering. I mean, you were thrown in there, in a really big game to be young, and you held your own. So I like what I saw in him. And they had to put him in because he reacted to that trick play. He reacted to it again. I knew he was coming, so they got him in there. You said praise is earned. Well, if you don't say good game with him today, then I don't know what you say, because he locked his man down. So I don't know what you do. I don't know what, but all he got to do is just keep playing. Just keep, studying the film, like Coach said, because you got to learn the tendencies of your opponent. So study that film and just keep working hard. He'll see the field. Yeah, but he did well though. You said Cooper was struggling. You didn't see that. You didn't see that sack he had. No, he had a good game, man. He wasn't struggling. He had a good game. I got to give credit where credit is due. He came in and laid a hit on Caleb Williams. He had a good game. It's just that we were hurt when we didn't have Shiloh, and we still have some other players we missing on defense. I would have loved to see Gant out there, but he wasn't. He was on special teams. But like I said, the coaches, they know better, right? I just feel like the coach is in the way. That's what I feel like. It's a coaching situation, especially with some of these play calling, so that's just me. That's just my, that's the way I see it. But still, considering the injuries and all that, they still kept it close. So they came back, so it's still respectable leading into the next game. They're going to pull away with the Arizona State game. So I'm not even worried about that game. Colorado is going to pull away with that game. And the next game they have after that, they're going to win that and the next game going into the bye week. They're going to be undefeated going to the bye week. That's a given now. They're going to be undefeated. Then they'll have Travis back. Then they could potentially run the table for the rest of the year. So that's saying a lot. So they got a couple tests back to back. It's a hard schedule they have. So they got the test against Oregon and USC. They looking good going down the stretch. Yeah, Miller showed up, and I just don't know why. They had to have seen something in him. So he showed up, and I would have loved to see him in that Oregon game. I guess he didn't show up on their radar then. I guess he wasn't there, but he's there now. They gotta play him now. So maybe I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm trying to give the coaches some credit. Maybe Cavassier smoking. McCaskill is just not ready. That's just what I'm thinking. But Smoke is on special teams, so I don't think he's injured. Yeah, we definitely get a bowl game. I'm looking for them to go to a bowl game now. I'm looking for them to win this thing out. After this is next week is not even going to be an issue. It'll be close a little bit because Arizona was able to run against USC, but I think that's where USC, that's their soft spot. That's where they're lacking that run game. But we should be good against Arizona State next week. Definitely be good. Washington, I know Washington State ain't nothing to play with. I know. You said they yeah, D-line and O-line help. Well, that's the next year is going to build upon this season. So they're going to go and get even more players. And like he said, they should have everything corrected by season 2. They should know exactly where they're lacking, and they're going to go get it. So you look for that to improve, that defensive line. Look for that to improve, and the offensive line. You say 8-4? Hey man, 8-4. It's still above 500. That's still good. They bowl eligible at that point. 10-2. I wouldn't be surprised they go. Well, you said 10-2. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I saw Travis acting like a coach out there. I saw him. Yep. And I saw Coach Prime in his ear too. He was in Kermani's ear too, coaching him up. So that's a very good look for Kermani. So he's getting his education right now, right in front of us. So he's only going to get better. Utah has no quarterback. They still winning though. They beat Florida. without Cam Rising. On to the next one. That's right, Ms. BS. On to the next one. Yeah, they're going to be the favorites for the Arizona State game. Yeah, their schedule is hard. They don't face the Heisman Trophy winner. They don't face the Heisman Trophy hopeful, Bo Nix. And they still got some more quarterbacks to go. Yeah, he said he almost put up 200 yards. That's crazy, isn't it? His very first touch, he broke free for a huge gain. His very first touch. Yeah, that's what I was saying during the game. Somebody missed on him. That's the whoever the wide receiver coach is, that's on him. To miss out on that talent. It's just that the coaches didn't believe. When Coach Prime had that when he had that speech saying there's some people in this room that don't quite believe yet. Maybe he wasn't just talking about the players. He could have been talking about the coaches too. If you got talent, okay, yeah, he is a freshman, but you got to give him a shot. If the talent is there, give him a shot and see what happens. You got to give these kids a shot. How do you have a running back that did great at the University of Kentucky and he had a very good game against the University of Florida? Why can't he play here? Why can't he play? It's like he went into a void. You know, I wouldn't recommend no running backs coming here. I wouldn't recommend it. If I had a 5-star running back for a son, you ain't going here. No way. You're going to go somewhere that got a proven running backs coach. That's where you're going. It's not that to say that a freshman will play. You know, it's very rare that a freshman will play. It's very rare, right? You got to be really good to play at this level, but you got to give them a shot. You got to give them a shot at least. You know, put him in with garbage time. They didn't even put him in it during garbage time last week, and they had a Randy Moss on the field. That's the coach's fault. But we are. You said Sting. You said free Carmani. No, he's good. He's playing. He's good now. Thank you. You said free Carmani. No, man, he just need to work hard, stay in the playbook, and because when the coach tell him now, like, look, Carmani, you did good today, but I need you still in that film room so you can understand the tendencies of your opponent. You understand that you just can't win on your abilities alone. You got to know. You got to be prepared for what's coming. He understands it. He got to know that now. No, you said he was more than okay at Kentucky. No. The analyst said that he's a future NFL running back. But he should have stayed where he was. And then maybe he would have still been playing this year. He just made a mistake. He didn't know. I guess he didn't know. I didn't know either. I didn't know that they were gonna like I said, McCaskill I could see because he's coming off a major injury. But when he took the yellow caution jersey off, said, Coach, I'm ready to go. You got to give him a shot because now you're going to hurt his confidence. If you don't feel that he's ready, he's going to feel like you're not confident in him. And he's not going to go out there. That's why I'm saying the players are battling the coaches. The coaches are in the way. Because if you have your coach is not believing in you, why would you, it'll hurt you if you're not mentally strong. I would have suggested that McCaskill, he made a mistake. He should have stayed at Houston. He should have stayed at Houston, man. But he didn't know. Hindsight is 2020. So he's stuck now. So he got to make the best of this season. But he should have stayed at Houston, man. Definitely should have stayed there. Now that I see it now, the way this is playing out. Because if he feels like he's ready, it's just the coaches ain't believing in him. That's what it is at this point. Thank God. I mean, we have, Travis coming back. We got Travis coming back. Shiloh will eventually be back, and we got the freshman that so we can still win out this season, but I still don't feel like we got the best squad on the field. We don't. I really don't. I don't feel like it. But yes, he's coming off a major injury, and but he ran and he got 5 yards easily. He leaned and did you know he leaned in and got 5 yards just by leaning? That's how physical he is, and they're not using him. So at what point are you gonna use him next year? So I guess he gonna redshirt? Maybe he's redshirting this year. I don't know. Because you're allowed to play as a redshirt, you're allowed to play 4 games, right? Something like that. Maybe he's redshirting. We just didn't know, but they didn't tell us that. They didn't tell us that he's redshirting. He suited up during the game. I'm thinking he's gonna play, but they know better. Maybe there's something that we don't know. Maybe they just feel like he's not 100% yet. So if that's the case, then I could see that. But what's your excuse on Smoke? Because he's not injured, because he's on special teams. So they were having him in talks of as an NFL running back. Not no more. He don't went into the void. You said the freshmen are small. Shit. That freshman wide receiver one, he came up big today. He had a big game. Yes, he did. He had a big game. Shit, Travis Hunter is small. If that's what you want to say. You said the freshman are small. Travis is small. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with it. You know? He said, Kamani, we talking about practice. He talking about Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson in the Hall of Fame, though. Kamani got a ways to go. He said, we talking about practice. Thank you. Now, you need to practice. You need to study that film. Now, you do need to study it. You said they need to put, they're not putting Charlie in. He on special, Charlie he's in special teams. Charlie getting burned on special teams. You said Smoke is a career back in college. Huh. You could go go talk to his running back coach. His running back coach don't think that. That running back coach currently, he don't think he's a career back. If he thought he was a career back, he would have played today. No, I'll tell you who's a career back. I'll tell you who's a career back. What's his name? The guy from USC, number 0. That's a career back because he got in the game. I guarantee you, if that running back from USC had transferred to Colorado, he'd be sitting the bench too, fam. He'd be riding the pine, yo. I don't know what's going on with that running backs coach. Man, you would even have him sitting on the pine. I don't know what you got to do. You got to be perfect in practice to play for Colorado. You can't have no blemishes. You got to be picture perfect to play. That's what they telling me. You got to be picture perfect. Shit, he would have been riding the pine. You understand me? Marshawn Lloyd would be riding the pine at Colorado, man. He'll be riding the pine, yo. They'd be like, oh, he's not ready yet. We're watching a film on him. He just needs some more film study. Shit. He would have been riding that pine. And he would not even had the number 0. You understand me? You understand me? He would not be playing. So I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. I don't know what they're doing. But they still winning though. So I give it to them. We still can have a chance to run out the season. So you got to be. You said Marcus Allen to be riding the pine. Dead. You saying, bruh, chill. I'm just being honest. See, the difference with me when a lot of these vloggers, I'm older. I'm way older. I haven't played football since the early 90s. That's how old I am. So I'm gonna sit here and talk. I'm not afraid to talk. I'm just sitting here saying y'all not playing them. Like Marshawn Lloyd wouldn't be playing for Colorado. Shit, Marshawn Lynch would be having a problem right now. Shit. I don't know what's up with that running backs coach. I do not know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You said Kelly stepped up. Well, I don't got a problem with Kelly. You talking about Coach Kelly, the tight ends coach? No, man. I like how he brought on Michael Harrison. He knows talent. I like what he's doing. Now, this ain't no knock on Coach Kelly, as far as the tight ends coach. Is that's what you talking about? No, it ain't no knock on him. You know what I mean? Shit. Sauce Gardner wouldn't be playing. You know what I'm saying? If Sauce Gardner was a freshman right now, he'd be riding that pond. Yes, he would be. Because they do not know. You know what I'm saying? If I was Coach Prime, I'd just take over, yo. I'm like, look here. Give me the play calls. We're gonna find out what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna decide who's gonna play. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do. You said Marcus Allen be riding the bench. I'm sorry, Coach Tim Brewster. Sorry, Coach Tim Brewster is the tight ends coach. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Coach Tim Brewster because, like I said, he brought Michael Harrison along. And Michael Harrison, every time they throw that ball, he catch it. So Tim Brewster is the man. So ain't no knock on Coach Brew. Thank you. Sorry about that. I messed up. Coach Brewster is the tight ends coach. Yes. But the rest of them, especially that wide receivers coach, I know, see, the wide receivers coach, Travis Hunter, making your job easy. But now you don't been exposed. You don't had a Randy Moss on the field. He ain't play him. And he wasn't hurt. So I don't know what he was doing. You said the offensive plays is what they missing? Yeah, the play calling. They did a little better this game, though. Initiating the running game. I give them that. Even though they got the dog sitting on the bench. Okay. They got them sitting on the bench, but they still was able to run that ball. They didn't even give Wilkerson that much of a chance today. Throw it to Wilkerson in the flat. Throw it to Dillon in the flat. Shit, McCaskill can also line up in the slot in the wide receiver. He can turn into a receiver. I saw his highlights. So yeah, he's right about that. We're gonna get some players in the portal, but if I'm one of them players, I'm gonna be evaluating y'all. I'm like, y'all don't play y'all stars. I don't know if I'm coming there. No, fam. Yeah, you ain't hard to find, but yeah, I'll be hard to find sitting on y'all bench. No, sir. Nope. I'll stay right where I'm at. If I'm a starter and I'm on a team, nah, the grass ain't always green on the other side. So yeah, I'll stay right where I'm at, especially if I'm a running back. No, thank you. If like, hey, let's go try to get Marshawn Lloyd. No, thank you. I am not leaving USC. You guys will have me on the bench. That's what y'all will have me at. So no, thank you. So that's an area where they got to improve in as well. The coaching, they got to improve there as well. So they got to improve overall, but they did enough to have a respectable record right now. So I give them that. It ain't always green on the other side. It ain't always green. You said Hankerson is not the best back. He got some burn though. He was effective with what he did. You know what I'm saying? So he got some good playing time. But yeah, I'm saying it because I call it how I see it. No, you guys got some stars on that bench. You guys got Gant on the bench. I don't know why y'all don't put Gant in the game because y'all can't stop a cold running. You can't. Marshawn Lloyd was running all over the damn place. So you need to go with something. You need to put him in the game. Let's see what he can do. I ain't knocking Juju. He's good, but he needs some help. So that's just what it is. Y'all need to stop playing favorites over there. That's what y'all need to stop doing. Stop playing favorites and find out where the talent is because you got it on that. I bet you right now, I tell you right now, I bet you any amount of money. If they put Caleb Mathis in, he gonna run routes like nobody's business. I guarantee you. They got another star sitting there. They just ain't sure about him. You know, when you know in them plays where it's like 3rd and 8, put him in and let him run up to the middle. I've seen him run some routes. They just won't play him. They got him on special teams though. They got some other freshmen with potential, but they just not, you know, I get it. So when they were getting blown out with Oregon, they should have put everybody they could in the game to see what they could do. But anyway, that's my analysis. You said a good man is careful with his freshman. Well, shit, he had a freshman that had a big game today. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Willie Gaines. I don't know why they not going his way, you know, but yeah, I don't know why. We did sack Caleb. Yeah, we did sack him a couple times. You say you got to make sure they're ready. Yeah, I understand that. You got to make sure they're ready. Cooper is ready though. He's ready to go. You said the coaches are playing safe instead of opening the playbook. Well, when are they going to not play safe? They got to wait the next year. Yeah, I know Cooper. Omarion. I know Cooper sacked him. Yes, Cooper sacked him. Yeah, the Heisman is out of the question. The Heisman is out of the question. Maybe next year though. You said what's going to be the excuse when Arizona State beats y'all? The coaches. Because I'm expecting to beat Arizona State. That's a game I'm not worried about, even though it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. But yeah, I'm thinking they're going to beat Arizona State. You said Scatterboo is on steroids. You talking about the Arizona State running back? That's a big guy, isn't it? Looking like Mike Allstott. That's a big dude, man. And he is jacked up too. I don't know what he got in his milk, but he's jacked up. Yes, he is. %90 of the offense will be, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're going to get additions to the team next year. So, yeah. They had all the players on the sidelines to make this be an upset, though. You said Brent. Let me see what you said about. You said when Brendan Rice was born, you had graduated high school. Well, damn, you making me feel old. Damn. You think you feel old. You making me feel old with your statement. You just come out of high school. Damn, I feel old. But like I said, I'm not tearing the players down. If you notice that, right? You notice I'm not saying nothing about the offensive line. Have y'all noticed that? I'm tearing the coaches up right now because they gonna sit up here and tell me we looking for some dogs. No, we need some coaches, man. Y'all talking? Come on, man. I'm not tearing the players down. You don't see me knocking Shador, do you? He ain't do nothing. He did good. He played with heart. You see? The defense, like you said, somebody said they held him to 90-some yards. Because last week, what did Marshawn Lloyd run for? 154 yards. Okay? So yes, if we got sacks on Caleb Williams, didn't we? Yes, we did. But who was the time management? Who was in charge of that? It was the coaches. So yes, this is the coaches can get it. Anybody can get it from me. The coaches can get it. And they're getting it right now. Especially that running back coach and the wide receivers coach. You know who was the best coach on the sidelines for the wide receivers? Travis Hunter. Travis out there coaching. Because you see, he was in Cooper's ear, like, okay, yeah, I like that. You remember this, remember that. And Cooper, guess what? Cooper was listening to him, wasn't he? He was listening to him. And that analyst that y'all got, we got the analyst he from the New York Giants. No, when he was at the New York Giants, they ain't win out in our game. So I'm not sold on him either. So just because he came from the NFL don't mean nothing. He ain't win nothing. So yeah, they can get it. They can get it. Okay. Y'all got a team that could have beat USC. Listen, they could have beat USC and with the injuries. That's how good they are. But the coach is holding them back. So when Shador and them is out there, they got to battle the coaches and the other team. Not the coaches from the opposing team, their team. So it's hard, man. Imagine battling your coaches the whole game. Because you know Shador was calling some plays that they didn't call. You know that, right? I bet you that was the case. Now we ain't going with that. In the huddle, we going with this. We not going with that. I bet you he was. I bet you he was. They battling them coaches, man. Yeah, he said he called some run plays. God bless him. God bless him. Because I guarantee you, remember that play where he just took off? I don't know if they called that, but he took the initiative. You see, he got that L on his jersey. He got an L on his jersey for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, Slusher's still hurt. So we had injury. Slusher's not there, but Silman Craig stepped up because he had an interception. But yes, Slusher's hurt. And we didn't have Shiloh. So yeah. So them coaches getting it right now from me. Y'all are getting it. And y'all got the nerve to be sitting up in practice talking about who gonna show up. When y'all gonna show up? When y'all gonna show up? See, I know the players can't talk back to y'all, but I'm doing it. You sitting up there talking to the players, talking about where the dog's at. You got them, but you're not using them effectively. You're not using Dylan Edwards effectively. This man got 4.3 speed and you ain't throwing to him in the flat. It's on the coaches, man. That's it. I'm sorry for the players. Y'all played hard. Y'all showed up with heart, and y'all made this score respectable. You know what I'm saying? Shador got on his bike. He said, "No, nah, man, I see what they're calling. Oh my God, they calling this. Let me just run it. Let me just run this." Thank you, Shador. Yeah, early on in the game, Dylan was used better, but they still got other running backs that could have backed Dylan up. They just didn't play him because I guess the running backs coach feel like they're not effective enough. When the man was running his ass off at Kentucky, running his ass off, but he's not effective enough. Then you got another running back that just looking like Eric Dickerson before he got hurt. And y'all just sitting up here lollygagging. You're lucky y'all have a respectable record. You're lucky. That's on the players that y'all got a respectable record. That's all on the players, not the coaches. The next game, how about y'all do this? Let's do, you know how we like to do stuff unprecedented? Let's just do this. You coaches stay in the locker room. Let Coach Prime stay on the field. Let him stay out there, and we don't need y'all. Y'all just stay in the damn locker room. And Coach Prime, you just work all the plays. I guarantee you they'll win. Guarantee you, man. This is crazy. I'm done with the coaches. I'm done. But I just want to let them, because they had the nerve to be like in the practice, like, what are y'all gonna do? Who gonna show up? When you gonna show up? I wish I could be out there. They'll kick me out of there. I said, when y'all gonna show up? Stop beating up on these players, man. They got heart. If you can't tell your players ain't got heart yet, they came back and did what they did against USC. Don't question their heart no more. Question the coaches. Okay? You just put this team together and y'all sat up there and hung with USC. Y'all got heart. Okay? That ain't no question. That team got heart. The nucleus of that team is strong. There's no more question no more. It's on the coaches. Y'all come up with some better plays, man. Okay? You guys messed up with the clock management. It's on record. You guys did. You're sitting up there with no more minutes left and you're running the ball. When you got Cooper out there acting like Randy Moss. Oh my God. I'm done with these coaches, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna end it there. Coach Prime, no. He know. I know he know. He know the nucleus of that team is strong. He knows it. Just play calling and I mean, USC is good, but they, considering, I mean, USC had an injury too. They had a major injury. Their freshman was out. Number one was out. He wasn't playing. Now he's a major threat. He was out of the game. But that's just the way it is. You got to go with somebody else. That means somebody else got to step up. But if I was the players, I would have a meeting with just a players meeting. If I was a Shador, I would call a players meeting. We're gonna have to talk to these coaches, man. Like you know how Coach Prime said everybody gotta be held accountable. These coaches ain't cutting it, fam. We came back against USC on our own. That's how we came back. So that's crazy. Now Jace Philly, that 40, you talking about that 40-some yarder he missed? Yeah, he missed that. That was tough. He missed that one. That was left. That went wide left, right? Yeah, that was a tough for him. That was tough miss. He got a leg on him though, but it was just a tough miss. And he got a dog on his jersey, right? And they didn't give it to Mata. Guys, I digress, yo. I digress, man. I digress. That's it. I humbly bow out. And at the end of the day, I never coached in my life. These coaches know more than me. You feel me? So I gotta leave it like that. Why Mata don't have a dog on his jersey? I don't know. Even Shiloh don't got a dog in his jersey. I don't know why he ain't got no dog in his jersey. He should have a D and a L on his a jersey, a LD on his jersey. What y'all coaches doing, man? Like for real. And y'all talking about practice? That's what you talking about? I see what Kermani's saying now when he say politic. I see the kid ain't lying, yo. He said politic. He said, I'm just trying to survive. That's the only way you got to survive it. Meaning that what he's saying is he's just trying to survive the season. You feel me? That's it. Yeah, it's politic, how he said it. You said Mata was HBCU. Yeah, he transferred from Jackson State. The only field goals that he missed were blocked. But as far as a field goal, he's never missed. When that field goal is lined up, he never missed it in his whole career. Now, could Mata had kicked that 40-yarder? Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have. He could have, but it's the coaches, man. You talking about practice. Man, listen, man, it's the coaches. And then also that onside kick, you got to give it to Mata for one reason. He played soccer in Brazil, and he was really good at soccer in Brazil. Right? In Brazil, we know, man, if you're good at soccer in Brazil, you good. So I would give it to him because I would think that he would have enough English and know how to place that ball correctly. That's why I would have gave it to him. Not no knock on Jace Philly. I would have just preferred to go with Motto on that. But maybe the coach didn't realize that he played. Let me tell you what I peeped. Early on in the season, this is before the season started. When Mata stood up, right? When the team was there, Mata stood up, and Coach Prime was like, what they call you? He said, I don't miss. He said, say it again. I don't miss. And I can see how the coaches and stuff were like smirking and looking at him. I could see that. No. You guys got to do your homework. He was a 5-star kicker coming out of high school. He went to Jackson State. He never missed a fucking field goal. The only field goal he missed was blocked, and it wasn't his fault. So no, you don't take him lightly. You consider him a bona fide kicker. He hasn't missed in his whole fucking career. So no, you take that man seriously. I already told y'all before the season he reminded me of Martin Gramatica. He does. I guarantee you on anything I know he would have made that 40-yarder on anything I know. But it's the coaches, man. You know? It is what it is, man. So I don't give the coaches enough trash right now talking. So I'm done with the coaches. I'm done with the coaches, but I had to do that to the coaches because they need some humble fucking pie. Okay? They need some humble pie. That's what they need. I see y'all, I'll be watching these videos, y'all be going ham on these players. You sitting up there going ham on the players and they freaking have a winning season and you going ham on them. No, it's time to go ham on these coaches. Except for the tight ends coach. Except for him and Coach Prime is letting them he's letting the play callers do their thing. You know what I'm saying? He hired an offensive coordinator for a reason. So he got to let him do his job. So my question to the wide receivers coach, you waited to the USC game to put that freshman in, huh? Knowing he's this damn good. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I couldn't have been on that team, yo. I'm like, yo, you got to put this kid in, man. You got to find some plays for this kid. This kid is that good. You got to find him. You got to find some plays. But anyway, I said I was done with the coaches 5 minutes ago. But this is the week where the coaches get it. So, and that's it. Hopefully they'll get their act together moving forward. And and that's it. They better be looking at Kermani a different way. I tell you what, this week, y'all better be looking at him a different way because he came up and did his job. Okay. Yes, he need to study his film. I believe Coach Prime on that when he said that he ain't studying the film. I believe that. But he got the message now. He got it. And quite frankly, I do understand why they're going with Philly. His dad, man. I understand why. I knew Mata wasn't going to get that start when he came because of his dad. I know what Kamani said, politics, right? I get it. But y'all wrong. Y'all wrong on this one. But that's it. I don't knock these coaches out as much as I can today. And that's what it is. Yeah, Philly is nepotism. You damn right. Yeah, we got to keep it 100. Somebody got to keep 100. But it's on the players. The reason why the players have a winning record is because of the players. They're battling the coaches. And they have a great quarterback in Shador. That's why they winning. And Travis and and everybody else. That's why they were winning. The coaches, man, the players were making the coaches look good. That's what happened. They've been exposed though. So, but I don't have to get on them no more this week. I got it all out today. So the coaches, the only thing they could do is rise to the occasion. So I don't care where they came from. I don't care if you came from Alabama or wherever you came from. Y'all not cutting the mustard here. You're definitely not. You got 2 NFL running backs on the bench. I swear before anything, Marshawn Lloyd, number 0 from USC, he wouldn't be starting at Colorado either. He'll be riding the pond with smoke. He'll be sitting there riding the pond. He'll be on special teams. Yo, they suck, man. He'll be on special teams. Ain't that crazy? As good as he is, he'll be on special teams with this team. It's crazy, man. If they don't fix the coaches by next season, y'all gonna have the same results. I guarantee you. You know how hard it is to win at this level? Acting the way you're doing? Nah, y'all gonna have the same result. No matter who you bring in. Y'all could bring Julius Peppers in. He'll be sitting the bench. Messing with y'all. Y'all sit up and have Julius Peppers on the bench, man. It's crazy. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. I have done my job with these coaches. But that's saying a lot. They would have Julius Peppers on the bench, man. That's crazy. But y'all have a good one. Watch out from other videos because I ain't done with these coaches. I'm done with them right now, but I'm not done with them yet with these videos. I'm not done. I'm not done because I'm not done. So I'm gonna take each coach individually. I'm starting with the running back coach. He's up to bat. And I want to know, he's going to have to answer this question because the media is not asking the right questions. If I was the media, I was like, Coach Prime, like, what happened with Kavassier Smoke? What happened? Because he did well at Kentucky. He did well against SEC talent. How come he can't run here, Coach? What's up with McCaskill? Like, just give him a shot. Well, we're analyzing. I said, well, Coach, you ain't analyzing good enough. I would say that. I ain't afraid of these coaches. I would have said that. I said, you're not analyzing good enough. So I would have said that. And then I also would have said, man, it's like, when were you guys going to play the freshmen? Like, why couldn't you play him last game if he was this good this week? Why couldn't you play him last week? So I would have definitely had those questions. They wouldn't like me. I guarantee they wouldn't. See, because we live in a society where people just want their ass kissed. You know what I'm saying? They don't like people that keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But y'all going to have the same results next year if you don't fix these coaches. I digress, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one. But be prepared for them videos. I'm about to get at that running back coach. I'll holler.